Okay. Tip occurs on date November 28, 2018, time 10:28 a.m. Reference case number 180154005. Right now I'm in Brett Skiles' office at the Itasca County Administrator's office. We are alone, the door shut. Can you tell me your name and title, please?
Brett Skiles, Itasca County Administrator.
Okay. How long have you been County Administrator?
2 years in August. And that will be our IT Director.
Candy is out here. I don't know if you're ready for her or
Let's
if that's separate.
Let's give us 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Bring your attention to the termination of Brian Johnson. Was there a investigation done by an external source?
Yes.
And who did that investigation?
Michelle Soldo on his cell phone.
So it was specifically about Brian's county cell phone that was assigned to him?
Correct.
Do you know approximately when that investigation started? Ballpark?
I would estimate in August or September of 2018.
And that's the only investigation that Michelle did?
On the cell phone.
Okay.
Michelle was part of the investigation with his timesheets as well.
Okay. So there were the allegations to begin with were timesheet altering, and then it turned into cell phone misuse?
Correct.
Okay. What happened as a result of the Soldo report?
We received the Michelle Soldo report, which we continue on with the investigation due to the implications of other county employees. Brian Johnson had already been terminated, so there would have been no need to continue on with an investigation if it was solely relied on Mr. Johnson. But there were other employees that were implicated, so that's why we continued on with the investigation.
Remember the date Brian was terminated?
It was early May, I believe, of 2018. Our HR director will have the exact date.
Okay. At what point did the Soldo report get to Itasca County Administration?
It was sent to our labor attorney and our HR director on October 19th, and then forwarded to myself on October 25th.
So originally the two people that got it were whom?
Were our attorney, labor attorney Scott Lepak, and our HR director Lynn Hart.
And it was dispersed to them via email?
Via email, correct.
Was there ever a hard copy received by anybody?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So they get the report, and who do they forward it to?
On October 25th, they forwarded it to myself and Sheriff Victor Williams.
From there, do you know if it was forwarded to anybody else?
Not to my knowledge. Nope, that's not true. Sheriff Williams, I believe, gave it to the county auditor treasurer and his chief deputy, Denise Hurt.
Okay. Why would he get it to the auditor out of curiosity?
I believe the auditor was looking to see if he needed to send it to the state auditor, if their financial implications had anything to do with our annual audit report, if there had to be any footnotes due to Mr. Johnson being on paid administrative leave for over a year, and then if there's any other footnotes that we would need to include with our annual audit, financial audit.
Okay. When you received the report, did you consult with anybody about its privacy or confidentiality?
Not initially, not until we received a request for it, and our attorney Lepak advised that the information is not public; it's private information.
Did Sheriff Williams or Deputy Chief, were they aware that it was not public and that it was private data?
Yes.
To your knowledge, did everybody that had the report know that it was private, not public data?
Yes.
How would they have known that?
I believe I told them. I believe I shot an email to them saying this was considered private information.
Okay. Now, have you printed me some emails?
Yes, I printed you the initial email where the report came to our HR director and our attorney, Scott Lepek, on the 19th. Proof of when it was forwarded to myself and Sheriff Williams. And then an anecdotal story of where a member of the public had requested the report, and we basically publicly said this information is private, non-public information.
Okay. As we sit here today, do you know who released the Saldo report to your newspaper?
I have no clue.
Was anybody authorized to release it?
No.
Would any of, say, your support staff in this office have access to it?
No.
They don't have access to your email?
No.
Have you talked to your IT director about trying to determine if there's any way that she can find out if the email was forwarded or printed or saved anywhere?
Yes.
Okay. Were you provided a jump drive or a disk of that information?
Yes, I had asked our IT director to look at specifically this email where we received the information, received the Soldo report, and she was able to provide detailed information on where that email went, who accessed it, who forwarded it, who received it.
Okay.
We were not able to determine if anybody printed it.
Okay. To your knowledge, did Brian Johnson receive a copy of the Saldo report?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you know that?
It was served to him on October 30th, and we have a signed affidavit of receipt.
Do you remember offhand the day of the newspaper article that came out?
I believe it was October 27th, but I'm not sure.
Okay. If that is accurate, then Brian would have received it after it went to the newspaper to print?
Correct.
When Brian filed to run for sheriff, was that before or after he was notified of his termination?
After. I believe it was after.
Is there anything that you want to say or you can think of, or questions I didn't ask you, or anything that's important about this?
I would state that initially I began an investigation in this and talked to our IT director and was able to garner information regarding the actual email. And then I spoke with all the people in the county who had access to this email, and all of them are willing to swear under oath that they did not release this information to anybody.
There potentially be discipline if it's determined that somebody released it without authorization?
Yes.
Everybody's aware of that?
Yes.
Are they aware that it could be prosecuted as a potential misdemeanor if they're found to have done this?
I believe so. I didn't specifically tell you individually each one of that, but it's very clear in the statute that this is a potential misdemeanor.
Okay. Time's 10:38. End of the statement. Chad Kleckman will be out at Jeff Niemela's business, 214 Northwest 1st Street in Grand Rapids. Date November 28th, time 11:53 in the afternoon. Hi, you Jeff? Thank you.
Am I who?
Jeff?
No.
Is Jeff here? Jeff Niemela? This is the wrong office.
This is the wrong office. You're the correct office on the left-hand side.
Okay, thank you, sir. Hi, appears he's not in, and a phone number on.
I can't help you.
Oh.
You looking for a phone number for him?
Yeah, just sort.
There should be one that's posted on the front window.
Okay.
You might check it there.
Google Jeff Namela Services, Paralegal, Grand Rapids, Minnesota, phone number.
Call for serious kidney care dialysis. Okay.
Jeff, please. Jeff, my name is Chad Clefman. I'm a investigator at the Brainerd Police Department. I'm in Rapids doing a investigation and seeing if you had about 5 minutes to get together with me about you served a paper on somebody. I need to kind of pick your brain to see if you served it in person or if you dropped at a door, if you kind of remember, is primarily what I need to talk to you about. Well, I can't do it over cell phone. It's a pretty sensitive case here, so I was just at your office and left my business card at your door. I'm just out in the parking lot. Okay. Well, okay. You're in your office. Okay. Yeah, it's Brian Johnson. So I can meet you in your office here in a minute if you want. October 30th was the day of service. Okay. You physically handed it to him? Okay. Did he didn't have to sign? He didn't have to sign. Okay. Bye. He didn't have to sign anything on it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Simply just a simple personal service.
Okay.
Yeah, right here. Called him on his cell phone. He drove over. As the custom is of serving Brian, and just call him up and he'd meet me.
And that was the October 30th, right?
Correct. Yeah. Is this the health or the? Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. You didn't look at those documents at all? That was inside?
Everything was sealed. It said confidential, so I left it how it was. And what did I note on the service? Yeah, confidential documents.
Yep.
That's kind of
Okay.
So I handed him the sealed package that said confidential.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That is all I needed.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, like I say, every time he's amicable enough to, his phone number is out first campaign.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. All right. That's all I needed.
All right,
Appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is that out of curiosity? The other Nemela down there, is that a dad or somebody like that of yours?
Downstairs?
Yeah.
That's my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't very happy that I was. I didn't tell him who I was or anything. I just had to be around, and he wasn't overly happy
really?
that I was around by any means.
I trained him well. I own a debt collection.
I don't know who'd be. What's that?
I own a debt collection agency.
Oh, okay. So that would probably be part of it then.
You own a lot of knuckleheads. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
All
All right. Take care. Thank you. Okay, Jeff, I have a tape recorder on here.
All right.
Date right now, November 28, 2018, time 1:21 p.m. Jeff, what's your full name and title?
Full name is Jeffrey Thomas Walker. I'm the Itasca County Auditor Treasurer.
Okay. And I explained to you, kind of off the record, what this was about, that Brian Johnson requested an investigation, therefore, or at the Grand Rapids Police Department. They conflicted it out to the Brainerd Police Department, agreed to do the investigation for them, and through talking to Brett Skiles, he said that you were one of several people that the report was forwarded to, the Saldo report, and that report, in turn, at some point was released to the Grand Rapids Herald newspaper, which was public and private data that shouldn't have been released. Therefore, it's a misdemeanor criminal investigation that I'm doing. Do you understand all that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you don't understand about it?
No.
Okay. Do you remember receiving that Saldo report via email?
Yes.
Okay.
I would have to look and see who I got it from now. But I do remember receiving it. Yes. It was either from Vic or Brett. I don't remember now. Be easy enough for me to.
Yeah, I have the emails. So.
Oh, okay.
What did you do with that email?
Read it.
Okay. Did you print it?
I think I printed it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you save it to any kind of external hard drive or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Did you forward it to anybody?
No.
Okay.
No. Not that I remember. I don't remember forwarding it. So.
Okay. Any reason?
I would have no reason to do that.
Yeah. For what purpose was it forwarded to you?
Well, I'm the auditor treasurer. I'm an officer of the county, so
Yep. It was explained to me by Brett, but I just kind of wanted to know your opinion on why it was, and that was kind of because of the discipline of Brian and the financial aspects of it.
My office is also in charge of risk and safety and risk management. So,
okay,
there's that potential liability, potential lawsuits.
Okay.
Just trying to make sure that I keep my thumb on the pulse of any kind of potential risk that we have.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that you printed it. Do you still have the printed copy, or do you shred it, or something else?
No, I think I just, if this is the one, I don't remember if this is it or if this is, no, I think this is the one about the false timekeeping. This isn't that one. I don't even know if I printed it. I probably just read it online. I don't know if I printed it.
Okay. Do you know who forwarded it to the newspaper?
No idea. No, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. All I know, I think in the article they said it was not a county employee or not a.
Well, it was only forwarded to county employees, so.
Yeah, so there has to be some kind of connection.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah.
But it was not ultimately forwarded by a county employee. Right?
Yeah, I stopped over the dispatch, but I assume that they probably, or the newspaper, I assume that they won't say who their source came from.
Okay.
But, so I don't.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I don't know.
I didn't send it to
I read what you read. That's all I
sure,
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were aware that it was private data and confidential data?
Let's say that I probably assumed that.
Because I think Brett sent out emails
Yeah.
that I have that he said that.
Yeah, and I'd have to look back to see if he sent that out before I got it or after I got it. But, if I get something on that nature, I would probably assume that it's not
Right.
for public distribution.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything more that you think I should know, or anything that we haven't talked about, or anything you think might be important, or any question I didn't ask?
No, I wish I could help you out more, but I haven't. I can't. I don't know anything more than I just told you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
End of this conversation, 1:27 p.m.